It's very important to remember that Israel entered the West Bank in 1967 in a war of self-defense, so that UN Resolution 242, adopted in November of 1967, and which continues to be the authoritative international document regarding the West Bank, did not call upon Israel to withdraw from all of the West Bank territory that it captured during the Six-Day War. One of the most misunderstood facts regarding the West Bank concerns who has sovereignty over West Bank territories, and whether any nation is in violation of another country's sovereign rights in the West Bank. For the truth is, from the end of World War I to this day, no nation has been recognized by the international community as having sovereign rights on the West Bank. No nation. Before the partition of Palestine and the creation of the State of Israel in 1948, the West Bank was part of the British Mandate, which was simply administering all of Palestine at the direction of the League of Nations, which you may know had given international recognition to Jewish legal rights in Palestine. Great Britain's mandate from the League of Nations was to administer all of Palestine on both sides of the Jordan River until a Jewish homeland could be established there. But in 1922, Britain's Foreign Secretary at the time, Winston Churchill, summarily lopped off 3/4 of the land comprising the Palestinian Mandate and gave it to the Hashemite monarchy in return for oil rights. While much of the Jewish world was up in arms when Churchill gave away a majority of the land of Palestine, Zionist leadership at the time argued that the remaining portion of Palestine west of the Jordan River was enough and was better than nothing for a Jewish people dreaming to return and to rebuild their historical homeland. Then, during the War of Independence of 1948, the West Bank was captured by the Kingdom of Jordan, which, from the end of the war until 1967, occupied the West Bank. The entire international community rejected Jordan's sovereignty over the West Bank, except for Great Britain and Pakistan. Those were the only two countries which recognized Jordan's annexation of the West Bank. As far as the United Nations and the world community was concerned, Jordan was occupying the West Bank from 1949 until 1967. And that's why Eugene Rostow, a former dean of Yale Law School, who was also Under Secretary of State for President Lyndon Johnson, wrote after the Six-Day War that Israel has an unassailable legal right to establish settlements in the West Bank. In essence, from the end of World War I and the fall of the Turkish Ottoman Empire until today, there's never been any legal sovereignty by any nation over the West Bank.